If the cockatrice is the prince of terror, then the basilisk is its undisputed king. Known as the king of serpents, this legendary beast is so lethal that even the grass beneath it withers and stones crack in its presence. It doesn't need to bite you. Its venom travels through the very air you breathe, and its hiss can drive a grown man insane. But what happens when the two deadliest gazes in mythology meet? Today, we uncover the forbidden origins of the true basilisk and the one tiny animal that can strike it dead with a single scent.
There are creatures born from nature, and then there are creatures born from fear. The basilisk was not created by the gods. It was not shaped by the elements. It was not meant to exist. According to ancient belief, the basilisk was born from a mistake, an unnatural union of arrogance, ignorance, and defiance of natural law. In the oldest medieval legends, the basilisk did not begin as a serpent. It began as a bird, a rooster. An aging rooster, long past its prime, laid an egg, an act that should have been impossible. Roosters do not lay eggs. Yet the myths insist this happened not once, but many times across forgotten centuries. And when such an egg was laid, it was never warm. It was cold, lifeless to the touch. Wrong. The egg was said to be round, thick-shelled and pale like bone, and it was never meant to hatch. But when it did, what emerged was neither bird nor beast. The basilisk, a creature crowned like royalty with the piercing eyes of a predator and the presence of death itself. It was called the king of serpents, not because it ruled them, but because even serpents feared it. The basilisk's body varied across regions, but its essence never changed. Some described it as a serpent with a rooster's crest. Others saw wings folded against a scaled body. In every version, its crown stood out, a natural crest shaped like a twisted crown, as if nature itself had mocked the idea of kingship. But the true horror of the basilisk was not its form, it was its power. The basilisk did not need to strike, it did not need to bite, it did not need to chase, it only needed to be seen. Ancient texts describe entire fields turning barren after a basilisk passed through. Crops withered, wells became poisoned, stones cracked as if life itself had been drained from the land. Even the air around it was said to feel heavy, silent, as though the world was holding its breath. The basilisk's gaze was lethal. To meet its eyes was to invite instant death. Not pain, not struggle, just stillness. Men were found frozen where they stood, faces locked in expressions of terror. Animals collapsed mid-stride, birds fell from the sky. Even reflections were said to carry danger. Legends warned that seeing the basilisk through glass or polished metal could still kill. It was not merely a monster, it was a walking violation of life. Because of this, the basilisk did not hunt like other creatures. It did not stalk prey or defend territory. Life simply ended around it. Villages emptied, roads were abandoned, entire regions vanished from maps, marked only with warnings or symbols of death. Yet here is the most tragic part of the myth. The basilisk did not choose this existence. It was born cursed. Legends describe the creature as solitary beyond imagination. No companion could survive it. No rival dared approach. Even the bravest knights who sought glory never returned. The basilisk became a king without subjects, feared without being understood, and fear spreads faster than truth. As stories grew, so did exaggeration. The basilisk became blamed for plagues, droughts, and unexplained deaths. People whispered that it could kill with its breath, poison water with its shadow, and crack stone with its voice. But in some quieter legends, ones rarely told, the basilisk is described differently, not as a raging beast, but as a prisoner, a creature trapped inside a body that destroyed everything it came near. It is said that the basilisk avoided populated areas when it could, that it retreated into caves, ruins, and abandoned places, not out of mercy, but out of instinct. Even monsters grow weary of silence. Yet humans could not leave it alone. Kings saw opportunity, alchemists sought its power, scholars wanted proof, warriors wanted fame, and so began the attempts to kill the unkillable. Weapons failed, arrows shattered, spears corroded, even approaching the creature meant death. But mythology often gives balance to terror, and the basilisk was no exception. Its greatest weakness was not strength, it was reflection. One story tells of a knight who carried a polished shield instead of a sword. He never looked directly at the creature, he watched its reflection, and when the basilisk met its own gaze, its power turned inward. For the first time, death touched the creature that embodied it. Other legends claim the basilisk could be killed by the crowing of a rooster, a cruel irony, as if the sound of its origin undid it. Some said the scent of a weasel drove it mad, forcing it into reckless movement that broke its stillness. But these stories end the same way, with silence. Because even when the basilisk was slain, the land it touched never fully recovered. The ground remained poisoned, the ruins stayed abandoned. Memory itself seemed to avoid those places. And perhaps that is the final truth of the basilisk myth. Not that it killed, but that it erased. It was a reminder of what happens when nature is twisted beyond balance, when life produces something it cannot control, when power exists without purpose. The basilisk was not evil in the way demons are evil. It was inevitable, a consequence, a crown without a kingdom, a gaze without mercy, a bird born into a world that could never accept it. And long after the last basilisk supposedly died, people still avoided certain roads, still whispered certain names, still warned their children never to stare too long into the dark. Because some myths are not meant to be remembered clearly, they are meant to be feared.